Hi, my name's John Hyatt and I'm an automation solution architect for Broadcom. This video will cover automation analytics and intelligence and why I need AAI when I'm using Apache Airflow or Airflow as a scheduler. A survey that was run by Apache Airflow in 2023 had some interesting insights. I'll be talking about some of these in this short video, but there are a number of others that you might find interesting. The link to the survey results can be found at airflow.apache.org/survey. The first demographic I'd like to share with you is about Airflow users' current occupations. Of 803 users that responded, 477, almost 60%, described themselves as data engineers. When looking at Airflow use cases, the vast majority, 87%, are increasing their usage, almost 50% of those increasing substantially. So what do Airflow users see as needing improvement? Over 42% of respondents stated that Airflow needs improved logging, monitoring, and alerting capabilities. Shortly behind that, improvements are needed in the web user interface, usage examples, how-to guides, and technical documentation. It's clear that, although users feel that enhancements are needed in multiple facets of Airflow, it's not going to go away. In fact, its usage is significantly and quickly increasing. So, what I hear you say, you still haven't answered my question. Why do I need AAI? Well, it's all about achieving and maintaining service level excellence. And to do this, there are some areas that need to be focused upon. Without observability of critical workload and business processes, how can you understand outcomes and guarantee the level of service demanded by the business? Alone, observability helps, but in addition to that, alerting must be intelligent and predictive. Users need the ability to visualize pain points and issues, allowing them to easily identify where they need to focus their efforts right now. Data insights need to be available. As well as knowing what issues need to be focused on immediately, users need to be able to visualize and understand where their focus needs to be to prevent issues in the future. When we focus on what the business needs, we can wrap these up into three main focus areas. To achieve the goal of service delivery excellence, we can create focus areas containing their specific wants and needs: automation observability, SLA management, and automation intelligence. In this video, I will talk about each of these in more detail. Let's start with automation observability. When we talk about workload automation observability in the context of Airflow and AAI, there are some key differentiators. Airflow presents a user with a visual summary of each DAG status, with views of the flow and a basic Gantt chart. There are further views that show other items at the DAG level. One of these is the task run duration, which is currently recorded in decimal. For example, 2.5 minutes as opposed to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Another is task landing times, a representation of the number of minutes elapsed between the start of the DAG and the task completion, again in decimal. Ultimately, AAI significantly enhances the observability capabilities provided by the Airflow UI. At the task level, AAI adds a view of dependencies to the Gantt, the task's current, average, and forecast runtimes, along with their run durations and average run deviations. At the DAG or process level, view the critical path of the tasks within. Visualize the DAG SLA deadline within historic, active, and forecast SLA executions. As well as using the historical data to calculate average runtimes, AAI adds trending capabilities, customizable dashboards that contain configurable, shareable data insights, and the ability to share those insights automatically. For the business, AAI provides an observation layer across the Airflow environment that enhances that of the Airflow UI. AI's ability to forecast DAGs and the tasks within allows the business to understand their processing today and into the future. Average run durations allow the business to track, measure, monitor, and report on performance. Visibility of critical path within the DAG allows the user to identify which steps are most important and where to focus in the event of an issue. In an environment where Airflow is one of multiple cloud-based or enterprise scheduling systems, the benefits of AI can of course be extended to provide that single pane of glass for all of the workload in the business. In addition, while similar, each different guise of Airflow does slightly differ. Another benefit of AI is the unification of data that results in a consistent approach and format to data, reports, and insights that are instantly meaningful to all interested personas. Now let's switch gears and talk a little bit more about SLA management. When we mention terms that can mean different things to different people and personas, we really need to make certain that incorrect assumptions are not made when talking to users of Airflow. When asked if they are using SLAs, they might well nod and say yes. While it may look similar, the definition of an SLA and SLA monitoring in Airflow terms is very different to that of AAI. Let's take a look at why. In the terms of both Airflow and AAI, an SLA could be duration-based. In Airflow terms, the run duration or a DAG, or a task within the DAG. In AAI terms, we talk about business processes and applications, and of course, one can also create end-time SLAs. Let me describe in a little more detail how that duration-based SLA differs. Within Airflow, an SLA setting can be configured at the DAG and/or at the task level. Regardless of where it is defined, it is effectively defined as a run duration, set as a time delta measured from the start of the DAG run. For example, 32 minutes as per the DAG SLA config example on this slide. In this case, if the DAG starts at 9 AM, then an SLA miss alert will be generated at 9:32. When an SLA is defined on a task within a DAG, then the same is true. It is set as a time delta from the start of the DAG run, not the start of the specific task where the SLA is defined. Using the task SLA config example on this slide, the SLA miss alert will be generated 100 seconds after the DAG started. At this point, the task might not have even started itself. In both examples I have described, at DAG and at task level, this is more in line with checkpoint or runtime alerting than it is with SLA alerting. By using AAI, Airflow users can benefit from enhanced SLA monitoring. Using historical execution data, AAI will forecast the run duration of the DAGs and associated tasks. The business will benefit from intelligent alerting. Rather than alert when a specific amount of time has elapsed, AAI will alert when the DAG or process is forecasted to exceed its deadline. The users will also benefit from AAI's predictive and comprehensive alerting, receiving notifications that SLAs are in jeopardy ahead of time. This might allow time for an issue to be resolved before the business is impacted by a missed deadline. The business is also able to benefit from deadline or process end time-based SLA monitoring for any Airflow workload that does not run cyclically. AAI provides the ability to specify an end time SLA where all of the same benefits can be realized. The final focus area I want to talk about is automation intelligence. Now, I do not declare myself as an Airflow expert. There are most likely very clever ways to achieve things in Airflow, but one thing is clear: Python, Python, Python. And I am not warning you of the presence of a snake. Airflow DAGs are coded in Python, from task details using different operators to task dependencies. As with any language, code can be written to accomplish much. But all this code is likely to be specific to each DAG. This means it's likely that significant development effort will be required to create the cleverest stuff, and that when created, it might not be interchangeable or reusable in other DAG definitions. AAI, out of the box, will provide the predictive alerting that I mentioned a few moments ago. The data held for each DAG, task, and SLA allows the creation of customizable, shareable insights. These insights include SLA and task level trending, scheduler throughput, and workload status can be added to user-specific dashboards, made available immediately when needed, or even automatically executed and distributed via email with no coding knowledge required. By using AAI, the business can begin to benefit from predictive alerting and start to adopt proactive versus reactive monitoring, as they have a comprehensive understanding of the Airflow workload, how executions and their SLAs are trending. Analytics that can help the business to understand their processing today and map what it might look like tomorrow and beyond. I've spoken about the 3 areas of focus for service delivery excellence. Let's wrap things up. To summarize, there are a number of benefits that AAI will provide to Airflow users. Enhanced monitoring, dynamic visualization, measurement and forecasting of processes. Improved Airflow visibility with customizable data insights and dashboards that can be tailored to provide a persona-specific perspective of the workload. And begin to shift monitoring from reactive to proactive by leveraging predictive alerts that make it possible to identify issues before a deadline is missed. Remember, this presentation has been centered on AAI's integration with Airflow. But if the business is also using an enterprise-grade scheduler such as Automic, AutoSys, Control-M or Tidal, then all of the benefits of AAI for Airflow are also applicable to these schedulers. Before I close, let's take a closer look at the benefits of AAI when using Automic or AutoSys to orchestrate Airflow workload. Why is AAI still beneficial when Airflow tasks are being managed by Automic or AutoSys? Remember, AutoSys and Automic are both using integrations available on the automation marketplace that allow them to trigger DAGs within an Airflow environment. When triggered, both Automic and AutoSys will poll Airflow for the completion of the DAG. The visibility achieved by the business is of that Airflow job or object, as it fits within their wider Automic workflow or AutoSys flow. There are some differences between visualization within Automic and AutoSys systems, but essentially, by having Airflow tasks managed in this way, the business can embed Airflow workload into existing business processes and applications, building dependencies between on-prem or other cloud-based workload. So how does AI enhance that? Well, all of that I've already spoken about remains relevant. The business needs to visualize, understand, monitor and measure their Airflow integrated business processes to ensure that their service delivery goals will continue to be met. When the business is able to receive advance notice of an SLA being at risk, they have the ability to determine if action can be taken to reduce or to entirely avoid the impact of a breach. In order to plan and prioritize future efforts, the business is able to utilize trending analysis, insights, and reports to identify potential areas of improvement and prevent issues from occurring in the future. Of course, having this data available also helps the business to measure any service delivery improvements that have occurred as a result of changes or enhancements that they have implemented. Thank you for watching.